Broderick is pretty. People like her. She's a good mother.
What are you doing? Telling the kids that I'm crazy?
She feels incompetent.
Why are you doing this?
I have no idea how to fix this.
Amanda Peet, welcome to DBL. First off, we start every interview with, how are you handling the quarantine life?
A lot of wine.
A wine? You said just wine?
Court order.
How am I supposed to see my kids?
Betty, stop!
Oprah Winfrey called the story of Betty Broderick one of the messiest divorces in history, and that was even before the murders. So tell me how you and Christian Slater built that tension.
We had great writing, and the way Alexandra showed the burgeoning tension and how it boiled over, it was excellent. So Christian and I were basically just strapped in.
Dan Broderick, not such a great guy, but Betty Broderick has her flaws too, and I wondered how you intellectually and sort of cerebrally, because I know that's how you work, find sympathy in that kind of a character when you're getting ready to work.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to talk about acting without sounding like such a schmuck, but I just tried to go scene by scene and and, not think too much about where the story ended. I tried to kind of stay where we were in time and space. And there were a lot of things that I didn't know about the story, including that she grew up in a very repressive family, and that despite the fact that she was educated, she never was able to pursue a professional career, and her identity was completely wrapped up in being Dan Broderick's wife. I didn't know that Dan Broderick was the president of the San Diego Bar Association, and that her, divorce trial was essentially rigged.
I'm a woman being divorced in America. I have no rights.
You're famously best friends with Sarah Paulson of the American Horror Story, and this is one of the most famous American Horror Stories. Did you ever work with Sarah to tap into that dark place, or do you have a place you go to get into that rage?
I call her sometimes for acting help. Definitely. And there were some weekends where I would go rehearse Betty Broderick at her house with her and Holland Taylor. And They would give me, acting advice. We would play out the scene. So I rehearse with her, but and I call her for help when I'm freaking out. Yeah, that's a true fact.
Why are you doing this?
Dirty John, the Betty Broderick story premieres June 2nd on USA. Amanda Peet.
Hold on. Hey, Frankie! The entire house is on Zoom. I'm doing an interview, babe.
Hi!
Sorry.
Amanda Peet, it has been a real pleasure. Thanks for coming to DBL.